Welcome to a new episode of Nails from A to Z. This episode is powered by Glossary Live. Hi, I'm Alicia Raimondo, and welcome to Peel Back the Polish with David Fowler today. It's so great to finally get him nailed down here so that we can find out what is going on with this man's career. He has kind of been known as the bad boy in the industry. He's trained so many world champions and so many competitors. He's been just a staple in this industry for so many years. Everywhere I go, I see this man, whether he's as a judge, whether he's just hanging out on the show floor, whether he's training someone or doing classes. I have seen him all over the world. I mean, we've been to Dubai, we've been to London, we've been, in the United States together. So I just want to find out, where did you start? Where were you born? Where did this journey begin?
Here's the journey, yeah?
Okay, yes.
I was born in the state of Utah.
Okay.
Yeah. I grew up in a nice middle-class family.
It doesn't look like it, no.
Yeah, I know. If you put my parents next to me, when I'm at home, I'm always afraid when I'm driving them around in the car that the police are going to pull us over, like
you kidnapped your parents.
Yeah. Oh,
this really sweet couple.
Nice old couple. Look, hey, what's going on with him? No, so I grew up there. When I was really young, we went back and forth between California and Utah.
Okay.
And then I studied.
Well, did you have brothers and sisters?
I'm an only. Don't you notice that? The only kid.
I see now. I see now.
Yeah. You understand?
I do.
Yeah.
It's all becoming clear.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to see the bigger picture.
That's
to
right.
Understand.
That's right. Okay. So you were an only child, you got straight A's.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. My grades were really top. No.
Okay.
I raised a little hell, maybe a little bit more than a little, when I was young, and then I kind of got myself put together and went to the university and got a degree in history.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, you just kind of, even if you study, it doesn't matter, you get a little lost.
Right.
And I planned on going and getting a PhD in order to make a little bit of money, because a history degree doesn't do much. But before I wanted to go in that direction for a law degree or something, I decided, before I invest another 4 or 5 years in graduate school, then I'll see if I want to go to law school or not.
You need to take a break.
Cop. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you became a cop to take a break from school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how did that happen? It just out of nowhere, you had some buddies?
No. So the family comes from a long background of law, whether not as cops, but attorneys and things like that. And for me, civil law was just kind of boring. And then a criminal defense attorney, then I had my issues there after I'd been a cop. There's a really thin line between police officer and a criminal.
Is there?
Well, and here we go. Huh? There's the two questions that I'm constantly asked in this business every time is, how did you go from being a cop to doing nails? And then always is, why did you leave the United States and go to Germany? Were you trying to run from the law or something like that? No, it's just hey, life is a journey. It's an adventure. But this whole story, I'm working on it. I've been recording a lot and learning how to edit a lot. I kind of want to present this in a raw fashion. But
so you're creating a story. You're doing like a documentary type story about your life.
I'm going to, just phases. We're going to talk about how you go from being a cop to a nail tech.
Oh, okay. And that's a story I want to know.
I think it, I swear to God, I'm scared because, it's a story, but it's not necessarily the fairy tale story. Well,
going from a cop to a nail technician, I don't think can be a fairy tale.
No, without a doubt not.
Yep. So how long were you a police officer?
I was a police officer for a little under 10 years.
And where did that happen? Were you in Utah? So you kind of stayed in that
Yep.
space. And then when I just need to know what happened right at that transition, or do we get to know?
Everybody's
So
get to
you
get
were
to know.
like arrested this nail technician one time, and then on the way to the
that's-
police station, she told you all about her career.
Oh, yeah, I've got a story for you. Oh, okay. So listen to this. No one knows this, no, except for
Okay.
a few people.
Okay.
And the big story, yeah, when that's going to be presented from me, but I've got close to 1,000 hours of information to present everyone.
Oh, wow.
It'll be a shock. But you asked about nails when I was a cop. So my son's mom was working. She does hair.
Okay.
And she was working in Salt Lake City, and she worked in a hair salon, and Samuel Sweet was doing nails.
Stop it.
I'm dead serious. Samuel Sweet was doing nails at the front, where the reception area. And I would come in, in uniform.
In Utah?
In
Okay.
uniform, or when I made detective, I'd come in plain clothes. And I really didn't notice anything. Sam's a super nice guy.
Right. Oh, he is. He's
but
so
as the cop, what I'm saying is, you just go in and you're thinking about your wife and the job that you're doing. You don't really pay attention to,
this dude that's doing nails,
which is
or
really strange that I didn't pay attention to it, but I just didn't.
right.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. I didn't even know Sam Sweet was from Utah. Is he from Utah? Okay, so that's a whole nother peel back the polish we have to find out about later. Yes, we're definitely have to have that interview as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole jump, hey Alicia, I really don't know. It was a rough time in life.
Okay.
And let's just put it this way. I was graced with having a mentor that took me in under her wing and provided me with a place to work. And
Are we
this
talking
was
about
like urgency?
Jan?
No.
Oh, okay.
This is totally the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I did a 2-day master class to learn how to do nails, and in Utah you didn't need a license at that time.
Yes, that was actually for a long time. When I started, you still didn't, need to have a license. How old we are.
We started when we were 10 years old. I was 10.
So you did a 2-day master class, and you became a master nail technician with no license. Kind of.
Master, I don't know about that.
Well, maybe you thought you were a master. We all think we're a master when we get out of school.
I was working with a brush with a round ferrule and everything
Oh,
like
wow.
that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So, but I took that class, and within that year, my educator herself contacted me and said, "Would you be interested in educating?" And I'm like, "Where's this coming from?" And she just said, "Give it a shot, see how it goes." And that's kind of where it all began. Was it like this dream of mine? No.
Yeah. It's funny. I don't know that it's anybody's dream in the beginning. Like, maybe you like what you do, but for so many educators and so many, industry greats, it's like you kind of fell on it,
You just took the words out of my mouth. I swear to God, it's like you fall into it.
You
really do.
You do. And then you find something that just like captures you. So what captured you? Was it a person? Was it a place? Was it a thing? Was it a feeling?
Oh, do you really want me to go there? It was a feeling of desperation, for sure.
Okay, for sure.
No,
okay.
in the end, when I started educating, that was really something for me because of all the darkness from the previous job that I was doing. To see someone that
they get
that
it.
light bulb go on, or that smile on their face,
yes.
where they realize, hey,
that they got
I can do this too.
Yes.
There was a special feeling about that for me, without a doubt. It's fun to help people, and this business is actually a riot.
Yes.
But like I said, the center of the business, of course, it's a riot.
Well, I know exactly. And in my career, I kind of had that same thing where it was like I fell in love with the teaching part, with helping women to become better, helping fulfill their dreams, and then also seeing that light bulb go off, because that's rewarding when they go, "Oh my gosh, I finally got it," and you're like, "Oh wow, I helped them achieve that." So
and see, this is an interesting point that you bring up now, and this played a huge role in all of this for me. Is that the amount of violence against women and children that I was dealing with as a cop. And then when I moved over and I saw that I'm able to motivate and put a smile on someone's face by helping them, I think that really played a huge role. And I think there's a lot of, in this business, I think there's a lot of women's empowerment.
There is.
That's my feeling.
I think that there's so many, to me, teaching, I've taught hundreds of thousands of women, and so many women get into this business out of the same desperation. Maybe they've, gotten a divorce, or maybe they're just on their own, and they get into this industry and they're really alone, and they're looking for that someone to kind of help them along, and I find that there's a reward in that, of being like the guiding light, and even though maybe sometimes you don't look like a guiding light to a lot of people, I think there is this angelic essence about you that,
I don't know about that, but in the end, I think, and I hear that a lot. People will come into a class or something, or they'll go, I don't know if I dare talk to him at the show right now. They come up to me and I'll start talking to them. They're like, you're totally different than what we thought. And
I think you like that. I think it's the shock value.
Every guy in this business, I don't care who it is, every guy in this business loves the attention.
Yes, sure.
It's just
90% women, 10% men. Yeah. This is the industry for any man to be in.
It's true, don't you think? I mean, it really, I'll give it.
And it's the beauty industry, so all the women are beautiful. They're looking after their hair and their nails and their makeup, and so you're definitely right. So you fell in love with the teaching aspect, but you stayed for the beautiful women.
We could say that. And also, what I really like, Leash? The other thing that really drew me in is I've always been creative, and I've always enjoyed that. But as that journey goes on, you've been in this business longer than I have, I think.
Yes.
And if it's like a journey, it starts with education, and then you start playing with the industry in general, in being able to do creative things that maybe you didn't have the time to do, or weren't able to do prior.
So what is that creativeness that you just what is that one service or that one application that you just you love, you can't wait to get at the table and do that one thing? Well, what is that?
Everybody knows it, and it's acrylic, gel. Yeah. Can I do a gel nail? Yeah, of course. Am I happy with my gel nail? No, because it's not acrylic. But so that's also really interesting. Is I don't know if it's that way for you, but for some reason, when I'm able to sit down, no time pressure, nothing like that, and just do a set of nails, then it kind of just it pulls me down in a good way.
Yes.
It calms me down. I think that working in a salon again, I mean, wow.
That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and it's tough work. So now...
That's what I've noticed about this industry. I tell people that all the time is there's so much passion in this business. When you look at a job that's as hard, and I mean, guys that are working outside, in the heat, chopping wood, I get it. It's a hard job. Yeah. But being a nail technician and leaning over and working solid, back to back, hour after hour, 10 clients a day, I mean, it is back-breaking work. So if you don't love it, you're not going to do it. And so the passion that's in this industry, people do it because they love it. I mean, they literally I love the way that the liquid and powder goes on the nail and moving it. It's
a feeling. It's not really, I mean, so I know what you're talking about. It's that, it's that feeling. It's that emotion that you have.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
I'm totally there with you. Totally there with you.
So when you're doing your liquid and powder, what is your favorite part of that, or what is your favorite tool when you're working that you can't live without?
Well, I really like to pinch. So
okay. So you're just using your thumbs, or do you have special pinching tools?
Yeah, I kind of put the tools together. The method.
Okay.
There are those educators that go, pinched by him. It's always fun to just look at someone and just kind of apply pressure and apply pressure and apply pressure
Until their eyeballs start to pop out of their head.
There's a little shimmer that goes through the eye, and that's where you know, okay, that's
When the
enough.
tears start coming.
I'm not that bad, but honestly, I think the essential thing is for sure pinching, and you know, there are a lot of influences in the industry that have something to do with that, without a doubt, for me. And yeah, I think that's the essential. Not only is it what it does for the nails themselves, that really sleek, elegant look,
Right.
but it's also, you know, this kind of playing with looking at someone's eyes and just waiting, just waiting until there's a little twinkle.
So I want to know, has anybody got to pinch your nails? Okay, just making sure, because I think that's only fair. Because I was a model for 17 years, and I was like, okay, it's my turn now. Give me your finger. I'm pinching your nail, and we'll see what happens.
Really, the story is, I had my thumb pinched, and I had it pinched to the width of my middle finger.
Oh, sweet.
And I spoke with
You
God.
probably
when
deserve
happened.
that.
Yeah, oh, without a doubt I did. And I spoke with God when I got pinched, and it gave me at least an idea, you know, that there's a certain point where
It's
you
just
don't
not
need to be cruel.
right.
But it's fun to see that little glimmer.
Okay, so let's back up. Now that we know why you love what you do, let's go to what took you to Germany. So you started doing nails in Utah, and then you
moved to California and worked.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Let's go to that.
Yeah.
So everybody knows that you were with CND, and Jan Arnold is such an inspiration to this industry. She has, I guess I'd like to say, she's produced these amazing presenters in our business. And you know, it's just like nobody can present the way that Jan does. Nobody has the presence like her. And when she gets a hold of you, it's like you just become you become greater. And so so I can definitely see that, you know, that somebody got a hold of you, and just like, because of the way that you present yourself, the way that you talk, and the way that you teach, you know, you definitely had that kindling from the start.
And I think that was kind of the thing. At least I hope that's what Jan saw in me. I have a huge amount of respect for her, and she took me under her wing without a doubt. In this business, she took me under her wing, and I went away with her. But I think that I was still so young in the business that everything was so, at that point, overwhelming, that she definitely taught me a lot. But like I said, I mean, it was just all overwhelming because she took me under her wing. That's just like you said.
Right.
As far as inspiration and her ability to present herself, outstanding.
Right. And so you just kind of soaked all of that in, lived in LA, did the whole, you know, Hollywood scene and all that stuff with your career. And then that catapulted you into falling in love, or what happened?
Well, you know, that's also part of that story. So, you know, so anyway, I ended up moving to Germany in a relationship, and I was happy to be going there without a doubt, because I'd started with a little bit of international education, and I look at the world as like a global citizen. I mean,
Sure.
You know how it is. You travel everywhere. It's all the same.
Yes.
And so with that in mind, and with my background in history, where I studied a lot about human rights and things like that, then, you know, I mean, Germany was a very interesting place for me to go, in the relationship as well.
Right.
So that's how I landed there. I didn't speak one word of German when I landed there.
Wow.
That was culture shock beyond belief. And I made sure that I didn't have enough money to fly back home. so, you know, you get stuck with what you get stuck with. But that's been an amazing journey too, for sure.
So how long did you stay in Germany?
17 years.
Yeah, because I was going to say, you've always lived in Germany that I've known, you know, of you. I mean, I knew that you worked with C&D, but I guess I didn't put two and two together that, you know, you did that here and then you went there.
And I actually did it there too, for the German distributor there.
Okay.
And then after that, you know, I think at one point or another, I think Europe really opened my eyes, because the United States, everyone goes to the cosmetology school for their education, needs their licensing, and then I think a lot of people just get thrown in and lost in it all. And for me, moving to Europe was just an amazing thing because it opened my eyes to a totally different way of looking at nails. Totally.
Right, right.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, when I first started going over to Europe, it changed my whole view of so many things. I was so young, and it was so overwhelming to see, to kind of, I guess, understand another culture and it be so different yet so similar.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to laugh, everybody wants to fall in love, everybody wants to do the same nails. I mean, it was just, it's so much the same, but at the same time, there's so much barrier there too. So
Without a doubt.
So how long did you live there?
Yeah, 17 years.
17 years.
Yeah.
And so then you just moved back.
Moved back, what, about a month ago?
A month ago. You've lived here and this is now culture shocking for you.
It wasn't really culture shock, it was like drop shock. Where culture shock, you don't know the culture, but of course as an American I know the culture, but after so many years then you're dropped back in. The first week I was here, I went to Walmart with a friend of mine, and I mean Walmart, okay, in Benbrook, it's a clean place, it looks nice. We went in and it took me 45 minutes to walk through 10 rows in a grocery store. And if he had filmed me, I was walking through the aisles going, oh my God, look at that, Pop-Tarts, and oh wow, there are American Fruit Loops. And I mean, so this drop shock thing was a little bit crazy.
Well, it's good to have you back. It's good to have you home.
Thanks.
And it's good that, it's exciting to have you in the same place I am in the state of Texas here. So random and weird. Yes.
Weird.
Very, very weird.
And Alex would say the same thing, I mean, and I didn't even think about it. But when I was moving here, because I'm got family here in Texas, and when I moved here, I thought to myself, hey, I think Alicia lives in Dallas. I've got to call her. And so, funny how things happen, huh?
It is. Yep. So now that you are here, let's back up for 1 second. Mm-hmm. If you were to say the top 3 things that kind of shaped you into the nail technician you are today, what would those be? Would it be, training competitors? Would it be like working for the manufacturers? Would it be the stage? I mean, you've done so much stuff. Like, what are those 3 things that you just love so much about how it has shaped you to become,
I love
this icon of...
I love a stage. I mean,
yeah.
I love a stage.
Well, a lot of times when I've seen you, that's where you were. You're on a stage, and I'm waiting for you to get off the stage. So, we can step outside and have a cocktail or something.
Exactly.
So,
for me, the stage is really, really a factor. Seeing people's success. Another person's success is my success as an educator. And so for me, there's never been, and you know how the industry has talked about it, whether it's true or not, I don't know, but, oh, this educator doesn't want to teach everything because maybe they think you'll be better than they are. And for me, like I said, their success is my success.
Sure.
And honestly, all the wonderful people that I've met in the industry, I have to really say, when you get to know so many people, or you've met so many people, but there's something about when you walk onto a show and people come up and greet you, and I mean, of course, it's embarrassing where you're going, oh God, where have I met this person?
Right,
or
right.
That's there's no offense there, but
right. Well, you see hundreds of thousands of people on your travels over the last 20 years, and so it's definitely hard to remember all of those faces, but you're hard to forget. So I'm sure all of those people have not forgotten you at all. So they want to come up and go, hey, I saw you 6 years ago. And you're like,
yeah, but that's nice.
It is.
That's an ego thing. I know it. I know. I'll own it.
Okay, so now that you have been on the stage, met all of these people, and just cherished those aha moments. Mm-hmm. Now you are back in the States, and you are. What's your plan? What's going on? What are you doing now?
Well, this whole story, yeah.
That's right. You're creating this kind of documentary story about your life.
What goes on from there is still a secret, of course, when the camera's off. I'll tell
Okay.
you. But
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
So
lots of projects.
publicly, you are just flowing, and secretly, you've got plans in your back pocket of where you're heading down the road. Does it involve staying in the nail industry?
Oh yeah, without it, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think the big shock for Europe was when I moved back. Everyone's like, "Yeah, we should."
No, it's a shock for everybody. I'm like, oh, I saw David the other day, and they were like, "You were in Germany? We're in a pandemic," and I'm like, "No, actually, he's here."
Yeah.
So everybody's shocked to see you, from what we consider your homeland, back in the States. Everybody is ready to see, like, why is he here? What's he doing? Where's he going? What's in your back pocket? So we're gonna hold that. And we're going to thank you for staying in the industry, because you're such an amazing inspiration to so many people. And we're going to let you reveal to us a little bit at a time.
Oh, that'll happen. You know that. But it's really exciting.
Hopefully through Glossary Live, hopefully through your social media channels, we are going to find out more information about where you're going, what you're doing, and what those next steps are.
And you know how excited I am about Glossary Live. I mean, really, I think globally, Alicia, you've got something here, and something really important, because I think there's a rotation taking place somehow, and I think you're such an inspiration, and I think Glossary Live, what we've done so far, don't look at me that way. Like I said, I'm proud of you for sure. I'm really excited to be a part of this, and it's an inspiration for me. It's a lot of fun. So,
well, I thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
You're inspiring to everybody, and we love having you, here, on our shows, giving us your pro tips, giving us, your step-by-steps, and yes, and singing songs in the behind the scenes that didn't even get sound bites, which was so sad. But we are so happy to have you here. We're happy to have you back in the United States, and I so look forward to finding out more and more. And so maybe again later we'll bring David back to Peel Back the Polish when he's ready to reveal all of the exciting things that he plans to do in the future. And for now, we'll just let him go about his way, and we'll just keep watching his social media. And where do you like to play on social media? Are you an Instagrammer? Are you, a TikTok guy? What are you?
I haven't quite figured that out yet. I don't know that I will. Instagram is interesting, I think, because you're seeing photos that speak to us.
Right.
Facebook's there. Where I'll end up presenting the story is on my YouTube channel.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I have 2 subscribers right now.
Sweet. Okay. Well, I'm gonna after we get done with this, I'm gonna go subscribe so I can be your third. And actually, I have a YouTube channel, and I have 1 subscriber. It's my daughter. So you got to do what you got to do, and you take it one by one and appreciate everyone along the way. So as you've heard that, please subscribe to his YouTube channel so he can have 4, right? Because I'm going to be number 3. Okay, so he needs at least 4, maybe 5 or 6. So go to his YouTube channel, check out his Instagram, and visit glossarylive.com so you can see David in action, see what he's got going on, and maybe we'll bring him back and find out all his little secrets about his new documentary that's coming out. So thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time. For more nail stuff, don't forget to visit glossarylive.com to find inspiration, trends, step-by-steps, and news. It's all about nails.